Move on, chair. And let's talk about Camila Cabello and all this drama that's going on with her. Because I've seen on social media that, or I guess it's Stan social media or whatever, that they are living for this new album. I did hear the album, and I wasn't, no shade. I was like, you know what? I need to listen to the record just to get an idea. Like, I didn't want to go and just automatically be shady in regards of like the music and all the other stuff. Chill. And I'm about to read this one because somebody wrote how Camila Cabello had one of the most successful rebrands in pop culture, a thread. Her previous project was a completely different sound and image. One of the first things Camila did right was switching everything to the complete opposite. No, that's not how that works. And goes to show that a lot of y'all don't understand how this business works. The thing that bothered me a lot when I listened to when this whole Camila rebrand, it does not feel authentically her. And I'm gonna get into the whole thing about the whole racist remarks thing. So I listened to a lot of music over the weekend. First, I listened to her album, and like Normani, or as I like to call her, Bormani, after 3 or 4 songs, I had to cut her off because I'm like, this girl, you are not selling it to me. I guess maybe the ones who like it are those who are easily manipulated and just, oh, it's a cute song and all that. And I'm like, okay, but it doesn't, like, if you're not selling it to me, I'm not listening to it. And I listened to a couple of songs, I'm like, girl, yeah, it's cute and the right people, you work with the right people and the right production, all this other stuff. But if it, like I said, if it doesn't feel authentically like you, I'm not rocking with it. And it does not feel authentically her. And it just feels like a lot of the people that she was just looking at a lot of the careers of what's buzzing and bubbling in the industry right now and was like, I need to capitalize on that because of all these other girls. But to me, I've seen other people who do what Camila's doing way better. Number one, she tried to bite off Rosalia. And here's the thing, Rosalia has always been, that weird girl that experiments with different sounds. You were never that girl. You were doing basic ass pop songs, mid songs like Ariana Grande and some of these other girls who put out this mid ass pop music. Great talent, but the songs is mid at best. And then, you were trying to copy off of Rosalia, who Rosalia has always incorporated not only a lot of the sounds of what, her Spanish roots and all the other stuff, but it was always electronic flourishes and stuff in there, as well as Charlie XCX. That I Love It song, you cannot tell me you didn't copy off of Charlie XCX's vibe. She has a song called I Love It, which she wrote for I was gonna say I fucking Kana Pop. I Kana Pop. Not I fucking Kana Pop. But that's like when I get into my energy is going up a bit. So I gotta bring it down. I'm getting a little too hyped. And then it's just like, then you out here licking lollipops and you half naked, you doing corny choreography. And then when I listen to it's like you trying to jump on the whole hyperpop bandwagon, but smart people, because I graduated from the University of Madonna. And one of the things that Madonna was smart about when she would roll out her eras, if she were, well, the foundation and her roots have always been the clubs and dance music. So that's why people believed when Madonna was always experimenting with different sounds. She comes from the clubs. So when she worked with Midways, who we never heard of, and all these other artists, she was always bringing in these people we ain't never heard of and bigging them up in the whole situation. On I Love It, she's working with Playboy Cardi, and I'm like, I'm listening to this song. I'm like, so would a Playboy Cardi fan listen to I Love It? I doubt it. Oh, you trying to come for the gays by working with Lil Nas X? Well, Lil Nas X, quiet as it's kept, his songs ain't been doing what needs to be done. Although I will say this, that song I did hear over the weekend that he released, that's on the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack, I will say that is a bop. So I'm gonna give him credit for that. But you working with her is a chop. And that song you did with her is a chop. And the song you did with JT is a chop. It's like, it's not working. And to me, if you are trying to jump on a hyperpop bandwagon, why didn't you work with people like Shy Girl? Why didn't you work with Pink Panthers? Why didn't you work with Shy Girl, Arca? Why didn't you work with a lot of those artists? Madonna just had Arca at her the ball. And she also had her up there on stage with her when she was doing the Vogue segment of her current, well, not current because it's over now. If you missed out, you're screwed, on the Celebration tour. So me, when I'm looking at that whole situation, it's just like, it just does not feel authentically you. And to me, if you're going to build up this believability that, oh, I listen to electronic dance music, I listen to hyperpop, I listen to electropop, I listen to a lot of those sounds. For example, even though it flopped, I'll give Christina Aguilera her credit. When she was doing Bionic, she was building up to that. She was like, I listened to MIA, I listened to Latigra, I listened to Peaches and all these other people. She built that up. She didn't just do a complete one, change overnight. You didn't build people up to us believing that this is actually you. You just all of a sudden popped out of nowhere with this blonde hair. Now you out here with a blue tongue in the picture of your album cover, and we supposed to believe that this is authentically you. Girl gone. And now she being dragged on social media for jumping in the whole Drake Kendrick Lamar feud. And that's probably because Drake has 2 songs on her new album. And so she's automatically coming to his defense. But here's the thing, they had to drag her ass because they're like, oh no, now y'all gonna ask this bitch her opinion on this whole situation when once upon a time, not long ago, she had a whole page, Tumblr page, I believe, where she was spewing a lot of racism. And so, but I was young. I didn't know what I would say. I need y'all to just accept my apology. It's like, bitch, you were 15, an age where you should know better about racism. Like, racism is taught in school. It's also a taught behavior. Well, not racism is taught in schools. It's stories of history of racism. Black history and all the other stuff has been taught in school. And you're a woman of color, so you should know much about discrimination. So when she said what she said in regards to that, that was some BS. And that's why people still, holding her feet to the fire in regards to that. So speaking of the Times, because the Times is real popular today, we just did a story with Nicole Scherzinger speaking to the Times, and now Camila Cabello is speaking to them as well. So she lightly addressed Drake and Kendrick Lamar's contention, defending Drake against the public slander that has followed him for the last few months. However, with her defending the Hotline Bling rapper, it didn't take long for people to jump on social media to remind the Havana singer of her racist past. Now, according to USA Today, they said the I Love It hitmaker, well, I won't call it a hit, but if that's what y'all want to call it, we'll just go along with it since we're living in an alternate universe where that song is a hit somewhere. So the hitmaker, well, Cabello, we'll just say that, told Britain's The Sunday Times that she wants the pair, who are embroiled in a highly publicized rap beef, to fix their issues over dinner after Drake was heavily criticized for his role in the feud. Can y'all invite Jeffrey Dahmer while y'all at it? Saying it's so frustrating to see people talk about someone you know in a way that is negative. You're like, dang, if only you guys could just have dinner or something. This is what she told the Times, who called Cabello's remarks sweet, if unlikely. Ciao. Now, how she know Drake? Only because he did 2 songs for her, and she told him, she said she DM'd him on social media, because first of all, if y'all was actually friends, you would have his number, but she said she DM'd him to ask him, like when I felt comfortable enough that the album, with what we were doing with the record, if I could feature him on the album and all this other stuff, and I didn't expect he was going to hit me back, and he was like, yes. So now y'all BFFs because he did a song on your album. Girl, get off my line. Anyway, so it said, but not everybody agrees. Cabello is sparking backlash for wading into the controversy, which is centered around 2 Black rappers, after online users resurfaced her complicated personal history with race. Now, in December of 2019, the singer, they're now y'all on point with it because she's a singer. She sang that song, and that was actually a hit. The other song, I Love It. I guess it's a hit somewhere in the alternate universe. So in December 2019, the singer took to her then Twitter and Instagram story to tell fans she was deeply ashamed of and will regret forever racialized language. I was going to racialized language she used when she was younger. Lamar and Drake's feud stretches over a decade to 2013. See, I don't be paying attention to all they beefs like that, but they said 2013 is when it goes back. That's 10 years. Oh, a little over 10 years, I should say. Well, Lamar rapped on Big Sean's song Control about how he wanted to red rum Drake and other prominent rappers. This spring, rap battle reached a fever pitch after the rappers traded barb over Ozempic rumors, height shaming, and disturbing allegations of abuse and grooming. Now, in December of 2019, the singer Well, they basically said this on the Twitter. I remember she got sent to a racist rehab and said she was healed. First of all, please hold. Where is there a racist rehab? Can y'all point that shit out to me? Because I didn't even know that such a thing existed. Now, what I just pulled up is her post where she said, "When I was younger, I used language that I'm deeply ashamed of and will regret forever. I was uneducated and ignorant, and once I became aware of the history and the weight and the true meaning behind this horrible and hurtful language, I was deeply embarrassed I ever used it. I apologize then and I'm apologizing again now. I would never intentionally hurt any." Yeah, okay, bitch, you're a liar. Because Normani even came out and said that it took you years to even acknowledge the fact that you said what you said. But whatever, we'll go along with the phony baloney bullshit. That this was written back in December 18th of 2019. As much as I wish I could, I can't go back in time and change things I said in the past. But once you know better, you do better, and that's all I can do. I'm 22 now. I'm an adult, and I've grown, and I've learned, and I'm conscious and aware of the history and the pain it carries in a way I wasn't before. Those mistakes don't represent the person I am or a person I've ever been. I only stand and I only stand and have ever stood for love and inclusivity. And my heart has never, even then, had any ounce of hate or divisiveness. Girl, get off my line with this bullshit. I just don't understand how you say you never had hate in your heart. First of all, one must post hate if you actually come up with foolishness like you did when you posted in that Tumblr page. But the people's in the comments, they said, look, at least she was brave enough to still leave it up. I'm like, Diddy, who went and scrubbed his whole Instagram. So one person put, "Apologize to Normani." Another person put, "Girl, what are you teaching the girls in US? Are you telling me at 16 this lady didn't know that what racism was? I'm so confused." Another person put, "Wait, did you say this to Normani in person or over the phone first, or did you just post this to save face?" Another person put, "But you ran straight to Young Thug for that hip hop cosign, that Heart of Black America ATL hot sauce, GTFOH. You should apologize to Young Thug. He trusts you with his blackness, which is golden." And another person put, because I'm not going to sit up here and read all of them, but we'll read one more. So another person put, "I still don't get the whole I've been educated now when we've all grown up being taught about racism and slavery every grade year. Y'all have no excuse." So yeah, it's like, okay, it's cute or whatever. You can apologize, and you only apologize because your ass got caught, which is what I get from her. So I just get inauthentic and disingenuous from her when it comes to that. So another person put, now we back and fast forwarding to a couple of years later, 2024, where another person posted, "No one's taking advice from a known racist." This is what another person wrote, while others users quipped, "Reminder that Camila Cabello was so racist she had to be sent to weekly racial healing sessions, and the same lady who was so racist she had to see a therapist." Child, that's why I said, this some bullshit with her. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this era. I don't care how hard you bleach your hair, the shit gonna fall out because you're fucking up your roots. I'm not buying what you selling in this whole thing. So you can come out here and defend Drake if you want. He is perceived in the industry as a hip hop colonizer that was able to infiltrate the situation and has become like this big star who's a high yalla, don't even embrace his blackness, but love dropping that ninja word every chance he get. So there's that. But I say all this to say, like I told you, I already gave my thoughts on her new album. But if y'all like it, I love it. Are y'all here for Camilla defending Drake or windmilling for Drake in this whole situation? Is this a situation of like these non-hip hop girls need to stay out of hip hop people business? Um, or do you feel like this is just much ado about nothing in this whole situation? Whatever your opinions on this whole situation, drop it on down in the comments below.